Most people see INFJs as peaceful, gentle, wise, and deeply empathetic. But what almost no one realizes is that underneath that calm surface are truths so heavy, so unsettling, and so deeply ingrained in the INFJ experience that even you may have spent years trying to ignore them. Today, we're uncovering the 6 dark INFJ truths you've felt your entire life, the ones you've never said out loud because you never had the words for them. 1. You read people so well that it becomes a burden instead of a gift. INFJ intuition isn't like a superpower you can turn on and off. It's more like a constant radar operating in the background, scanning every detail: someone's tone, their pauses, their micro-expressions, the way they sit, even the emotional energy behind their words. You don't just pick up on what people say. You detect what they're trying not to say. You feel their hidden emotions, their insecurity, their disappointment, even their lies, sometimes before they fully form them themselves. The dark truth is that this level of awareness wears you down. It makes you responsible for emotions that aren't yours, and it forces you to carry information you never asked for. You often wish you could unknow what you know, because your insight doesn't bring peace, it brings weight. 2. You can love someone deeply and still walk away without hesitation. When INFJs love, they love fully, quietly, and with loyalty that most people don't even recognize. You give people chances, more than you should, because you see their potential and their deeper self, even when their actions don't match it. But here's the dark, uncomfortable truth. Once you reach that invisible breaking point, you detach emotionally long before the relationship ends. By the time you walk away, you've already processed the grief, the disappointment, and the finality internally. To the other person, it looks sudden, cold, or out of nowhere. But for you, it's the result of months, sometimes years of quiet emotional erosion. And once you're done, you're done. There's no drama, no yelling, no second chances. Just a calm, final exit. 3. You feel responsible for everyone's emotional well-being even when you shouldn't. INFJs often grow up with the belief that they must keep the emotional atmosphere stable. It can start in childhood, sensing tension, reading moods, stepping into calm situations, and the pattern follows them into adulthood. You pick up the emotional slack everywhere, in friendships, relationships, work environments, even casual social settings. You become the listener, the mediator, the emotional guide, the quiet stabilizer. But the dark truth is that this responsibility slowly drains you. You sacrifice your energy, your time, and your mental health to keep the peace for people who sometimes daren't even notice what you're redoing. And when you finally break down, people are shocked because you seemed fine. They never realized you were carrying the emotional load of everyone around you. For you hate conflict, but when pushed too far, you turn into someone unrecognizable. INFJs will do literally anything to avoid unnecessary conflict, not because they're afraid of it, but because it feels emotionally toxic. You'd rather stay silent, compromise, or walk away than engage in pointless drama. But when someone finally crosses your boundaries one too many times, something inside you shifts. You become icy, calculated, and frighteningly precise. You don't explode, you strike. You say the truth the other person has been running from. And you say it with surgical accuracy because you already know exactly where their weak spot is. This version of you rarely appears, but when it does, it feels like a shadow you didn't know you had. And once people see it, they never forget it. 5. You carry emotional wounds far deeper than you ever let anyone see. INFJs don't handle pain by forgetting it. They absorb it. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every moment you felt misunderstood is stored in long-term memory and analyzed until you understand it. On the outside, you look calm, mature, and compassionate. But that compassion is built on years of silent hurt that shaped you. The dark truth is that you rarely share your pain because you don't trust that people will understand the depth of it, or worse, you fear they might trivialize it. So you carry your struggles internally, turning them into lessons, stories, philosophies, while quietly feeling the weight of wounds no one knows you have. 6. You crave deep connection but secretly fear no one can meet you on that level. INFJs want depth more than anything, not attention, not admiration, but genuine emotional and intellectual intimacy. You want someone who sees your layers, understands your silence, and connects with the inner world you rarely share. But here's the dark truth. You often feel like you're too much, too intense, too intuitive, too emotional, too complex. And because you've been misunderstood so many times, you begin to expect it. You edit yourself, you shrink the parts that feel too deep. You hide your real thoughts. And even when someone gets close, a part of you stays guarded because you're terrified that if someone truly saw all of you, they might pull away. So you walk through life feeling both deeply connected to humanity in general, yet strangely disconnected from almost everyone individually. These dark INFJ truths aren't weaknesses, they're reflections of how intensely and deeply you experience life. If any of these hit you harder than you expected, you're not alone. INFJs around the world carry these same truths quietly, privately, and silently. Let me know in the comments which one resonated with you the most. And if you want more videos that explore INFJ psychology on a deeper level, make sure to like and subscribe.